Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, under Rule 72(1) of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Lok Sabha, I rise to oppose the Security Market Code 2025 on the following grounds. First, the bill results in an unconstitutional concentration of legislative, executive, investigative, adjudicatory and quasi-judicial powers in a single authority, namely the board. The same body frames regulations, conducts inspections and investigations, passes interim coercive orders, adjudicates violations, imposes penalties, orders disgorgement, and even reviews and enhances orders of its own adjudicating officer. This fusion of powers violates the principle or violates the doctrine of separation of powers and creates a real apprehension of institutional bias, offending, as my colleague Mr. Arun Nehru was pointing out, entails excessive delegation of essential legislative functions, leaving core policy matters such as regulatory scope, registration of standards, penalties, exemptions, market conduct norms, and even expansion of securities to executive-made rules and regulations. Parliament is reduced to a mere enabling authority contrary to settled constitutional principles and doctrines. Third, several provisions permitting to search, seizure, attachment of property, freezing of bank accounts and prolonged interim orders, including ex parte actions, lack of adequate statutory safeguards, narrow thresholds and strict timelines. These coercive powers exercised predominantly through delegated strict timelines. These coercive powers exercised predominantly through delegated legislation and executive discretion fall foul of due process requirements under Article 21 and fail the test of proportionality. Fourth, the bill entrenches over-delegation to self-regulatory organizations and market infrastructure institutions. The bill effectively allows private bodies to exercise coercive, quasi-legislative and quasi-judicial powers over market participants with only skeletal guidance in the parent statute, thereby crossing the line from permissible delegation into abdication. And my final point, Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you for your indulgence. The Securities Appellate Tribunal and Special Courts provisions raise concerns about tribunalization without adequate judicial independence, tenure security and insulation from executive/SEBI control, and that these concerns appear at odds with the principles laid down in the Supreme Court's various orders on tribunal jurisprudence. On these and other grounds, I oppose the introduction of the Securities Code 2025, Mr. Speaker, sir.